A very good morning to Miss Faizila. So today I would like to present my assignment 1 based on consumer behavior. And before I start my presentation, I would like to introduce myself first. So my name is Miana Masinta Mosusa and I am taking BIB, which is Bachelor in International Business. So there are 4 members in my group, including me, that is Izurin, Nasib, and also Hafiza. So today I will be presenting my part only, that is introduction and also the conclusion. Okay, let's begin in the introduction part, which is the background of study. So in today's fast-paced and digitally connected society, cafe has evolved their own culture significantly. So the cafes are not longer just places for food and beverages, but also become multifunctional spaces where people can study, work, and also socialize. So this is especially relevant among the university students, especially for the MSc students, who often look for environments that are not only comfortable but also suitable for productivity and also relaxation. So in other words, students choose cafes not just based on the drinks but also based on the overall experience, such as the seating comfort, the atmosphere, and also the convenience. So the cafe brand that reflects the trend is Zeus Coffee. We choose Zeus Coffee, and this cafe has expanded rapidly in Malaysia due to their affordable pricing, the good product quality, and also the use of technology such as the mobile app ordering. So in addition, its modern and aesthetically pleasing outlets make it particularly attractive to young consumers like students. So the purpose of this study is to identify the key factors that influence MSc students when choosing Zeus Coffee as a place to study and socialize. So to better understand this, the research focused on several important factors. Firstly is the environmental, which it significantly to comfort, seating, and overall atmosphere, which affect how long students are willing to stay in the cafe. So secondly, economic factors like price and also promotion, which are important since students usually have limited budgets. Next is the technological factor, such as the Wi-Fi availability, and the mobile app is also convenient. Also consider as students today rely heavily on digital tools. And lastly is the psychological factors like the brand image and also the social influence are examined, as students are often influenced by trends, friends, and also social media. So by analyzing these factors, the study aims to understand how both internal and also external influences shape students' decision making and preferences. So next is the target market overview. So this study focuses on the MSc students, which is typically from 18 to 25 years old above. And so this group is highly active on digital platforms, socially engaged, and tends to prefer products and services that offer good value for money. So their purchasing decisions are also influenced by trends, peer recommendations, and also the brand image. So in terms as their consumer behavior, students demonstrate both utilitarian and hedonic consumption patterns. So As for the utilitarian behavior, it refers to the practical needs such as using the cafe as a place to study or complete their assignments. On the other hand, hedonic behavior refers to emotional needs such as relaxing, enjoying the environment, and also socializing with friends. So cafes like Zeus Coffee are able to satisfy both needs, which explains that why they are popular among university students in MSU.
Good day. So my name is Izrin Alia and I will be presenting for my part, which is research methodology. So the type of research that are conducted is quantitative research. Why quantitative research is because it is often used due to its structured and measurable data that can be obtained, as well as its ability to produce results that can be replicated, which can be useful for future researchers. Not just that, with quantitative research, it helps researchers to gather large participants within a short time. So the main tool for our research is survey questionnaire. Why survey questionnaire is because this allows us to gain information, as the questions are aimed to gather specific information from respondents, such as their opinions, behaviors, attitude, and preference regarding to our research in factors influencing MSU students for studying and socializing at Zeus Coffee. So a question that are required to answer is close-ended, which means that the questions are concise, questions like multiple choice of questions, yes or no questions, which make the response are more easier to analyze. So I will explain why do we choose survey questionnaire. So first is Google Form easy to share. So Google Form easy to share, what does it mean? It means that due to the Google Form technology itself, it is easier for us to click the share link for the form and share it between MSU students. And because of that, we collected a fast data result within a week. And due to Google Form accessibility for researchers, it enables to help us to identify patterns, trends, and consumer relationship by data result summary and charts. Lastly, for my part is I will explain the justification of why we choose survey questionnaire. So first is because due to the Google Form technology itself, where it can automatically save every responses and help to summarize the data. So it is researchers to gather all information without need to manually type the respondent's answer. And due to this, it helps to lessen the human error, and it makes it accessible for researchers. And second is because it is the most suitable method for us to do our research, since it helps researchers to gather information the most measurable and comparable way from numerous respondents, especially when we need a large amount of participants within a short time. So survey questionnaire will be the most suitable one. And the last one is because it's cheap and time saving, since this method doesn't need any physical interaction or extensive resources, and it is a practical choice for students like us to do research by this method, since it will not use lots of costs to gather this information. That's all for me.
Hello, Ms. Faizila. My name is Hafiza Malika, and I'll be presenting on the ethical considerations and research finding and analysis. Before conducting this research, we ensured that all ethical considerations were strictly followed to maintain the credibility and integrity of the study. First, in terms of privacy and anonymity, no personal information such as names or student IDs was collected, and all responses were kept confidential and analyzed in a group form. This is important because it allows respondents to answer honestly without fear of being judged or identified. Next, informed consent was obtained. These mean that all participants were clearly informed about the purpose of the research before answering the survey. By choosing to proceed, they agreed to participate voluntarily, which ensures transparency in the research process. We also practice honesty and transparency, where all findings presented are based entirely on actual responses. There was no data manipulations or fabrications, which is crucial in maintaining trust and academic integrity. In addition, the survey maintained neutrality and avoided harm. The questions were designed carefully to avoid sensitive topics and leading questions that could influence respondent answer. This ensured that the data collected reflect genuine opinions. And lastly, participants had the right to withdraw at any time, meaning that they could stop answering the survey whenever they felt uncomfortable. And this reinforces that participation was completely voluntary and ethical. This research focuses on understanding MSU students' behavior towards juice coffee. We collected data from 26 respondents using a survey questionnaire. The findings are divided into three main areas: demographic, consumption patterns, and psychological factors. On demographic profile, in terms of age distributions, the majority of respondents are 24 years and above, making up 50%. This is followed by students aged 21 to 23 at 38.5%, and a smaller group aged 18 to 20 at 11.5%. These show that most respondents are more mature students, which may influence their preferences and spending behavior. Gender: the sample is quite balanced. About 50% are male, 38.5 female, and 11.5 preferred not to say. These balanced distributions help ensure that the results are not biased toward one gender. In terms of financial capability, 69.2% of respondents have a monthly allowance above 150 ringgit. This indicates that most students have a moderate to high purchasing power, allowing them to spend on cafe experiences like Zeus Coffee. Looking at the cafe attributes, the highest rated factors are cleanliness and comfortable seating, both rated above 4.2. These show that physical comfort plays a key role in attracting students. Other factors like food quality and staff friendliness are rated as good. However, the lowest rating is the availability of charging socket, which indicate an area that needs improvement. In terms of visit frequency, most students visit Zeus Coffee once a week or less. This suggests that coffee consumption is seen more as an occasional or lifestyle activity rather than a daily habit. However, despite lower frequency, there is a 100% recommendation rate, showing very high customer satisfaction. When it comes to how students discover this coffee, the top method is walking by at 38.5%, followed by friend recommendations and social media. This highlights the importance of strategic location and word of mouth marketing. The main reason students visit Zeus Coffee is for socializing and relaxing at 46.2%. This is followed by quick coffee purchases and lastly, study or work purposes. This showed that Zeus Coffee acts as a third place, a space between home and campus for social interactions. In terms of product choice, espresso-based drinks and non-coffee drinks are the most popular, and this indicates that students are variety seekers, meaning they are attracted not only to caffeine but also to different flavors and experiences. When choosing Zeus Coffee, the most important factor is quality of food and drinks, followed by price and environment. This suggests that students are more quality focused rather than price sensitive and are willing to pay more for better products. Social influence also plays a strong role. More than 60% of students discover this coffee through friends and social media, and all respondents are willing to recommend it. This shows strong brand loyalty and community influence among students. Finally, the main issue identified is the lack of charging socket. This limits students from using cafe for studying or long working sessions. Therefore, improving this aspect could help Zeus Coffee attract more students who are looking for a comfortable study environment. And that is all from me. Thank you.
So, peace upon be with you, Miss Faizila. My name is Mohammed Nasib bin Ramli, and now taking course BIB, Bachelor International Business. So now I will present about market segmentation, targeting, and positioning Zeus Coffee. So first one, Zeus Coffee applies an effective market segmentation strategy by focusing on university students, particularly those aged between 18 and 26 with moderate spending power. The brand offers affordable yet high quality coffee, making it accessible compared to premium competitors like Starbucks. The segmentation is divided into four key categories. So the first one is demographically. Most respondents are adult students with a balanced gender distribution and sufficient allowance to spend on cafe experiences. Geographically, Zeus Coffee benefits from strategic outlet location near campus areas such as MSU or Aeroport, where accessibility and convenience strongly influence student visits. So the next one is psychographically. Graphically, students value affordability, trendy environments, and social experiences, often visiting cafes to relax and socialize behaviorally. Most students visit occasionally, prioritizing product quality, price, and environment, while promotions and digital convenience further encourage repeat visits. So from this analysis, three main segments are identified: social experience seekers, quality-oriented consumers, and occasional convenience users. Among these, Zeus Coffee primarily target social experience seekers, as many students visit cafes mainly for socializing and relaxation. This segment is attractive because it aligns with students' lifestyle preference and allows Zeus Coffee to build emotional connection through comfortable and engaging cafe environment. Zeus Coffee targeting strategy is supported by its affordability, trendy branding, and strong digital engagement. The company leverages its mobile apps and online presence to offer personalized promotions, loyalty rewards, and convenience ordering, which strengthens customer relationship and encourage repeat purchase among students. So in terms of positioning, Zeus Coffee positions itself an affordable premium coffee brand that offers high quality beverage at lower price. It also emphasizes a cozy student-friendly atmosphere and modern, Instagram-worthy image that appeals to young consumers. Additionally, its digital features enhance convenience and customer satisfaction. Overall, Zeus Coffee successfully positions itself as a go-to cafe for university students by combining affordability, quality, social experiences, and digital innovation. So for the positioning statement, Zeus Coffee is an affordable yet premium coffee choice for university students who seek a comfortable, trendy, and social environment, offering high quality beverage, enjoyable experiences, and convenient digital service that fit their modern lifestyle. So that's all from me.
Lastly, will be the conclusion of this study. Firstly, I will be explaining of the summary of findings in this study. So, this study is found that the most important factor influencing students' choice is the quality of food and beverages. So, this is followed by the price and also the environment. And this finding shows that the students are not purely price sensitive, but instead they are value oriented consumers. So this means that they are willing to pay a slightly higher price, and as long as they perceive the quality and overall experience to be very worth it. So more than that, the factors such as the cleanliness and comfortable seating were also rated highly, indicating that comfortable and pleasant environments plays a role in attracting and also retaining customers. As for the consumer behavior insights, the findings also reveal that the Zeus Coffee functions more as a third place for students. So this means that it is not just a place for studying, but also a space for relaxing and also socialize interaction outside of home and university. So many students visit the cafe mainly to socialize rather than for academic purposes. So this highlights that the importance of emotional and social needs in consumer behavior. Further than that, social influence plays a important role as students are highly influenced by friends' recommendations and social media when choosing where to go. So however, there's one key issue identified is the lack of charging sockets. So this becomes a limitation for students who want to stay longer and use the cafe as a study space, showing that functional facilities are still important. As for the business implications, from a business perspective, Zeus Coffee has successfully positioned itself as an affordable yet high quality cafe that appeals to university students, especially in MSU. So by combining reasonable pricing with good product quality and a modern brand image, it has managed to build strong customer loyalty and a sense of community among students. However, there is still room for improvement. For example, like enhancing study-friendly facilities such as increasing the availability of charging sockets can further improve customer satisfaction and also attract more students who wish to study for longer periods. So this shows that how to understand consumer behavior can help business improve their strategies and better to meet customers' needs. So as our learning outcomes through this assignment, we have gained a deeper understanding of the consumer behavior concepts in real life situations and also the study decision making processes. And also we have developed in many skills in data collections such as survey and also the data analysis and also the critical thinking on how to have a clear finding and structure manner in this assignment study. And also this assignment highlighted that the importance of ethical considerations in research, such as maintaining the respondent's privacy, ensuring that ensuring the informed consent and also the presenting data honestly. So overall, this experience has strengthened our critical thinking, research, and also the communication skills, which are very important for our future academic and also the professional development in the future. So that is all for our presentation for today, and thank you for listening and thank you for watching.